from Chicago, Illinois. I'm speaking directly in the camera.
That's okay. That's right. That's right.
As I'm here appealing to the Honorable, the President of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to please come to our assistance, come to my assistance, because I can't make a reputation back in America as I have for this country. I speak so highly and so freely about Nigeria, and to come in back and invest into this wonderful country. But look at our investment now, down the drain.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Let's talk about Nigerian president, shall we?
If you weren't running for president, which of your two major opponents would you be voting for?
None.
Why not?
None of them is qualified except me.
What are you going to do different? Why should Nigerians be voting for you?
Because I'm different. I am Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I'm very, very confident. I'm the front runner.
You're a very wealthy man.
How do you know?
Well, you know, I mean...
you are not my accountant.
I'm not in your account.
IMF have investigated the record in Lagos. What's wrong with them?
And I want to move away from that.
It's envy.
I think you've kind of explained that.
Chaos is easy. To bring normalcy and redecorate, it's more difficult.
So this man went to Brazil to say that Nigeria has no more corruption, or rather there is no more corruption in Nigeria. But he is right, actually. There is no more corruption in Nigeria. Do you have any proof that there is any corruption in Nigeria? Because that's a day right now. Be like I go begin pack my things, you know. Like I go back Nigeria because Nigeria is corruption free. Everybody, please. Come back to Nigeria. Why? Because what is this audacity? Like, how can you lie with pride? How can somebody get mind like this to lie for international screen? It is in Nigerians where you go talk say snake swallow money, everybody go believe and move on. I mean, even the person he's talking to, the people he was addressing, they look at him like, ooh, dude, man, take your flowers. Nobody comes close when it comes to telling lies. How can you lie like that? No. Watch this Tinubu speech in Brazil. Let's come back to this.
Possível. E é necessário enfatizar isso aqui, porque as reformas que eu fiz desde que assumi o governo da Nigéria têm sido muito impactantes. Eu posso bater no peito de orgulho. Foi inicialmente dolorosa a reforma, mas hoje ela está florindo e está melhorando a vida das pessoas. Nós temos uma economia melhor, não tem mais corrupção. Nós temos o governador.
Everybody knows how real estate. In fact, everybody knows how when it comes to investors visiting African countries, especially the ones in diaspora, visiting home to come and invest. Everybody knows how it's going in all the countries. Look at Burkina Faso, for example. Look at Ghana, for example. You guys remember the woman, I reacted to her video one time, the real estate woman, the Black American that came to invest in real estate and medicals in Ghana, that has an estate at Oyarefa with about 400 homes or something like that. That Wodemaya shared one time, right? Yeah. That's how investments in Ghana are going, right? Everybody, investors are happy. I mean, they'll definitely have the ups and downs, you know, when it comes to doing stuff like that. It's never going to go smoothly, of course. But Nigeria has taken it upon themselves to frustrate, as in to make sure that they buy you before your time if you decide to go and invest there. Look at what happened with, is it Sam Jonah that I talked about the last time? The man invested, right? What was his crime? He invested in Nigeria. Now, people would think, oh, because he's Ghanaian, that's why. Nigeria, they make sure say it frustrates even in own Nigerian investors. The investors, especially the ones in diaspora, that we are returning home to build home, right? Returning, there is no place like home, they say. Instead of you to invest your money in countries that the money will be safe for you, you will sleep well, you have your peace of mind. They blackmailed everyone that, oh, no place like home. That some people will come and tell me whenever I said, I don't want to have anything to do with Nigeria, I'm not going back there. People, well, there's no place like home. Charlie, home is where I find peace. The day Ghana stop being my peace, I will relocate to another country that I will have peace. It is a very normal thing. I'm not coming to let you clap because I want to dance the same tone. Everybody is dancing that no place like home. So I should go and invest in Nigeria. Hell no. I've done that before. I know how that ended. I'm not feeling pity for anyone who decides to go and invest in Nigeria because, Charlie, you think, say, you love that country past some of us. Because when we say these things sometimes, a lot of people think, oh, you don't like your... No. In fact, the reason it's hurting was because we invested so much, we trusted the country so much, we invested so much because of the love we had for the country. You know, end well with we too love am. It can't be you, we just they admire am from a distance. Hello. Look at what Tinubu and his ministers and Nigerian government they do to people when they go invest in Nigeria. And I ask, why would anybody do that? Why would any other person come and invest? Shebi has gone to Brazil to preach. He expects them to come and invest in Nigeria, right? With all these things happening, how many investors are smiling in Nigeria apart from Dangote and his relatives? How many investors in Nigeria are actually happy? I was watching this at their last video, and I was feeling very sad because from the video you can even tell Adeola was not even her usual self. The storyline was so heartbreaking. The beginning of the video it tore my heart to pieces. I don't know if that woman was a black American or maybe she's Nigerian that lived or grew up in America, but I don't know, but she couldn't even hold her tears. She was begging for justice. They demolished her properties. All millions of dollars gone. These people do these things as if it's so easy for money to come by. For Naira, we don't use less past anything. I changed $600. I changed 600 and something, 700 and something thousand Naira. And it was about 4,900 and something Ghana cedis. And I asked myself, which kind of life be this? Because yes, truth be told, in Nigeria, that money could have really done a lot, right? But here, 4,900 cannot do much. Let's say 5,000 Ghana cedis cannot really do much. Before you cough, it is finished. That is the country people are even coming to invest in. To help you boost your economy, you are rather messing things up for yourself out of selfishness and tribalism and wickedness. Guys, let's watch this Adeola's video and let me know what you think in the comment section.
Down the drain.
believe it or not, the issue for which that woman was crying has still not been sorted. And I would like for you guys to know that she's actually not the only one. About 400 Nigerians in the diaspora, African Americans like that woman, white Americans, Chinese nationals, they were all affected. And to talk to us about what has happened and what is still happening is none other than the CEO of Wayne Homes Property, who was the one that was able to convince all these Nigerians in the diaspora to come and invest in Nigeria. You know, a lot of Nigerians, they are afraid of developers scamming them when they want to invest in Nigeria. But in this situation, it is the government technically scamming people that decided to invest on the coastal highway. It is the government that is changing the plan that they themselves had approved. So help me welcome the CEO of Wayne Homes Property. She's an engineer. She's also into oil and gas, and she's into business, among so many other hats that she wears. Madam Stella Okengu. Madam Stella, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. First of all, people will ask, do you have your papers? Why did you build where they would demolish? So let's just clear that first and foremost.
So we have our papers. We have our governor's consent for Wayne Homes. We have the document. Coastal Road, right? They cleared us that we are not on Coastal Road by physical planning, because the gazetted alignment was implemented by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu when he was the governor. It has passed all the environmental impact assessment. It has passed the NAS approval, everything.
So the initial alignment had been designed before the Minister of Works became the minister. That's correct. Minister David Umahi. And so the initial alignment was what you went by when you got your document from Lagos State.
That's correct. Because when you are bringing in diasporans investors, apart from Americans, Chinese, we still have Nigerians, a lot of Nigerians all over the world that invested in Wayne Homes. So when you are doing that kind of thing, you have to be extra careful. You know how people that work 9 to 5 in America make their money. And most of these people has lost hope in Nigeria, coming back to Nigeria to invest. I'm that kind of person. When we had renewed hope, in quotes, we said, okay, that's a good mantra to go with. So that was why we said, okay, even if Nigeria is how it is, we are going to come back. We are going to put our own quota by making Nigeria a great place again. And we garnered a lot of people. We spoke to them. I went to London, I went to Germany, I went to Switzerland, went to China, got Nigerians, went to South Africa, getting Nigerians to buy property. America is my home. So I remember one woman that we finally convinced to come back. She's a Yoruba. But when we met her, I cannot forget the statement that she made. She said, I am not coming back to Nigeria again. Madam, in short, let me tell you, my family is not coming back to Nigeria. My children will not come back to Nigeria again. I said, why? He said, because they killed our brother. And the case was dismissed. No justice, nothing. So I had to do an extra job to convince the woman to come back to Nigeria.
When they now decided to change it into the new alignment, the minister actually met with stakeholders, you included, and others, and you were able to successfully convince him to go back to the initial design. So I'm going to play a couple of videos for people to see.
We are therefore appealing that this critical infrastructure located at Mopo that the road be diverted back to the route of the original gazette.
Responding to these concerns, the Minister of Works announced the cancellation of the new alignment in Okwaja. In this axis, the government has decided to adhere to the initial alignment.
To the glory of God, to serve MTN, to Africa, Okwaja community, we are diverting completely from the new alignment, from the old alignment. And we are rejoining back to our new alignment at kilometer 25.
Wow, so the minister actually said this publicly, that they're going back to the old alignment on national TV, but not just there. This is in another video as well.
This is in Okwaja?
Yes, sir.
Is it on the new alignment?
On the new alignment.
Okay, new alignment.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if we are staying there, it will affect it, but if we are moving to the gazetted, it will not affect. So.
And once again, as we can see, people were happy, people were excited. What has happened after the minister said that publicly? What changed? Why was your property now demolished?
I can categorically tell you, not allegedly, that when he started the diversion, we got the information. I was actually back to America when I heard that he has rediverted back to our property, our subject property. So I had to take the next available flight back to Nigeria. And we started doing our investigation. We found out that there is an estate that is called Ocean Bay Estate. They are on the gazetted alignment. So they formed a pressure group, went behind. According to the information that we got, and the people on that axis said that they paid 2.5 million, almost 80 houses. They paid 2.5 million to use and bribe their way to this thing through the Federal Controller of Works back to the minister. More than 80 people, between 80 to 100. Assistant Federal Controller of Works, Engineer Olufemi Dare, met with me and also told me, look, madam, all this begging you are begging, I want to tell you what you're going to do now. You get your investors, pay money. You can get them to pay to, you have a lot of investors, 200, get like 200 million, get it in cash and in dollars. Then I'm going to arrange for you to see my Federal Controller of Work and meet with Umahi so that you can give them that money and it will be rediverted back to another place.
They were asking you for bribe?
Yes, they were asking for bribe.
In dollars?
So, yes. And this is what I have been shouting, at least for the president to know what is happening in that faction of the ministry. And Omai has been coming on national television. I have some videos that people are sending to me, lying on my head. He has called me a controversial woman. He has told the FIRS to start pursuing us. He has even called me an unpatriotic citizen. Somebody that is bringing investors to come and invest in Nigeria. And the minister that is sitting down to destroy the investment even went up to the extent of diverting, that's a disobedience to the president that allocated that gazetted alignment. Because of money, you had to leave the original alignment and you are diverting into people's property.
So those that did not abide by the law now, because they allegedly bribed the minister, according to you. So you are saying that the minister allegedly collected bribe from those that did not follow the law, and now that is what is happening.
That's correct.
I'm going to play 2 different videos because you've actually had encounters with him physically.
Guys, can you imagine? I really feel bad for these people. Honestly, I do. 1 minute, I'm like, you know what? What were you thinking? The next minute, I feel so sad. This is really unfair. You do it to your own. Not minding. Like somebody is bringing investors to the country. And you are letting hate and tribalism overshadow your sentiments. You are rather ruining the country's reputation when it comes to investments. So how are foreigners going to feel comfortable enough to trust you with their money to invest in your country? With all these things happening, I'm yet to see investors that are smiling, whether Nigerians or outside. The way they wake up and then they just demolish. You heard that. If you pay 2-point-something million, they will leave your building. So it's not about whether it passed through where you build or not. They just come up with these excuses just to extort money from people, and then if you refuse to pay, they demolish your properties. No conscience. Because if you pay the bribe, okay, what will not happen with since the first reason was the building, the coastal way, right? Or whether it passed waterway or whatever. So if you pay the bribe, where did they ask? Does it automatically remove the building from the spot where it block coastal way and put them elsewhere? I don't know if you get my point. Because this is just corruption. 1000% corruption, playing kuru. If you bring bribe, the house, they okay where it is. But if you don't pay the bribe, the house needs to be demolished. It's not where it's supposed to be, it's not where it is. What kind of country is that? Nigeria. To go they talk say corruption no day in country. When you are the oga pata of corruption, hello. When corruption pro max, they open mouth, they talk say there's no more corruption in Nigeria. Turning the country into a joke all over the world. They look at him and they don't take Nigerians seriously. How can anybody want to trust you? I mean, look at your president. Hello. It's really painful though. It's really sad. And you know what? They could definitely shove the case down they get any compensation. I never hear where they demolish anything before compensate anybody for that country. Never. I've never heard. If you've heard before, let me know in the comment section. I never hear them say they demolish anybody property. Government pay you compensation for Nigeria. Hey man, go carry belle bomb be that. Impossible. This is really sad. See how long they've been fighting this matter, and up till now, they've not still gotten justice. They've not still, nobody don't do. Imagine somebody has lost his life. Heart attack. That's what I was saying in my video about the guy, the man that they were demolishing his house because of what his son did. It's not everybody that can bear the pain. Like you watch your millions that you tried to invest being demolished, like, and no justice is being, nobody is doing anything to compensate you, nothing. It's as if, Charlie, you didn't know what you were supposed to do with your hard-earned money. Eh? The man died. The man collapsed in Nigeria and died. Because, I mean, maybe that was his all lifetime saving. He was planning to invest it so that he can at least retire with whatever that will come out from the investment. Look at that. The woman is even lucky crowd. The people involved, if I don't buy her. If this thing was with only the Nigerians alone and maybe South Africa, if I don't buy her since, they'll buy you. They will say, now your government too, so you will collect. It's really sad. Me, I don't see any justice coming for them. I don't see any compensation coming. If they compensate them, $200 and something million, that's a lot of money. If they compensate them, I go back Nigeria. Yeah. You see how daring that is? Because I know it's not possible. God go help that country. Tinubu. It's possible, it's possible to actually have a Nigeria with zero corruption. Very possible, but it has to start from you, Baba. You have to take the lead so that your citizens can follow. You take the lead, your government officials follow, your citizens of the country follow. A country that with the highest malnutrition. In fact, people for North, they die of hunger. Children are out of school. Very poor. The highest population of poorest citizens now from the northern part of Nigeria. And this man say economic kineko don't normalize and no more corruption in this country, no more this and that. The audacity of to lie to people's face, like lying like the lie go fit automatically turn to magical truth. Forbid bad thing. That country, nah. They have a long way to go. And I hear say they come back second time. He go win, no? He go win. It's not as if they don't know that he doesn't deserve to be there. Now his turn. He is who he is. The reason he's going to be there is because he is Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Not because he's coming to make Nigeria better. Nope. He stated his reason right from time. It's his turn. He is the best because he is himself. No plan, no structure, no concept, nothing. You don't get any plans of making the country better. You buru, for security, they borrow for security. Still, insecurity they increase. So the money, all the money where you they borrow, wait till you they use them do. Wait till you they use all the money where you they borrow do. Yet there is no corruption anymore in Nigeria. Hey, round of applause for, and I go, Guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. To me, Tinubu be joke. Nigerian government be joke. Anybody supporting Tinubu be joke. All of them are jokers. In fact, Nigeria as a country is a joke. Bikono, thank you for watching. And remember, I'm counting down to switching my niche. When I do, I hope you stick with me. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to like this video. I'll see you guys in the next video.